I am back with another foundation to review. Alright, so today I have the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I have heard that this one is really good for oily skin, so we'll just see. Now the other day I did the Infallible Total Cover, which both of these, oh, hold on a second. I was going to say they're both the same price, but they're not. One of them, oh, it doesn't tell me which is which. Bummer. One of them was $14.99 and one of them was $12.99. So I'll try and get the amount of which one was more expensive in the description below. So anyway, all right, let's get to it, ladies. Didn't have a video up yesterday on Wednesday because I had a bunch of other stuff going on. I was not feeling that great, and I'm not even really feeling that great today. So, well, let's see. All right, so, oh, it's all sealed, which I love it when they are sealed, because that means even if people open it up, there's a seal there, and they can't just mess around with it or squeeze it out. All right, so here we go. It's in a squeezy too, which I'm fine with. All right, this is very creamy. Yep, not runny at all. It's very creamy. The shade looks okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my skin and then blend it out with the sponge. So hopefully that way it will get the least amount of soak up from the sponge. And I think at this time, end of the summer, some of these foundations might actually be a little bit too light. But I usually always just get the lightest shade. Because, I don't know, I kind of almost would want them to be too light than too orangey. And something to think about as far as shade is if you love a foundation, you can always try and find, like, get the lightest shade, and if you need a little bit darker, get a shade down from that and mix the two together if they have one of them that's kind of close to your shade. It usually will tend to work better if you don't have, if you're kind of in between two medium to darker shades. I know for, like, if they don't have anything that's light enough for you, they just don't have anything that's light enough for you, and there's nothing you can really do about that. Okay, so sponge side looks okay. No complaints yet. Oh, okay. Yep, and that is it's not tacky at all. Very matte feeling. But it doesn't, at this point it doesn't feel dry. Now the other day when I did that total cover, about an hour afterwards my cheeks started to feel dry. So that's something to think about. Upon first application they didn't feel dry, but then a little while after they did start to feel dry. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to actually load my brush up and see how we can get that on the brush side. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit too pinky, I think, for my skin. This might also be a foundation that you have to be careful and blend out quickly so that it doesn't just set right where it is and not be blended. Yeah. Take section by section and blend a little bit, so that way you're not stuck with a patchy mess that you cannot blend out because it's set down too fast. Give you guys a close-up look. Alright, so yeah, make sure you're blending this carefully. I feel like the coverage is better on the brush side, just by, yeah, it is. But the finish is nicer on the sponge side. Alright, so let's see what the claims are. Demi-matte finish, 24-hour wear time, medium coverage, and air light texture. I think all of those are true. It doesn't say that this builds up, but let's just see if it will. A little bit more right here, I think. Oh, someone's out there kayaking on the river. Wish I had a kayak. Alright, so I feel like that did build up fine. I'll check it close up in just a second, but from here to the mirror, it's not looking cakey at all. I'll put a little bit more around my nose. And I know some people are probably grossed out by that, but y'all, seriously. It's not really as big of a deal as some people try to make it, as far as bacteria and germs and such. Alright, so let's see. I don't like the way it looks on my chin at all. Yeah, it's looking pretty cakey on my chin. It looks like I've got a couple dry patches here that I didn't know about. Know about them now, though. I've got so much hyperpigmentation, like, all on this side of my face. It comes all the way down. This side, a little bit, but not as bad. Alright, so as of right now, it looks fine. It doesn't look amazing, and the coverage is not amazing. I'm not going to do a second layer on my whole face because I just think that's going to look bad. But I think one thin layer should give you an idea of how this is going to look, or how it's going to wear, I guess I should say. It did build up fine right here. It's not looking cakey at all, like right around this area. And in fact, I'm going to put just a teeny tiny bit more right here where my pigmentation is, and we'll just see. Yeah, so it builds up fine, and it looks like it can be built up a little bit. Yeah, it's looking fine. It's looking pretty natural on the skin for being a matte foundation. It doesn't look bad at all. I'm not, like, you know, jumping out of my car for it, but it's not bad at all. I will say, though, that I think if I needed a matte foundation, I think I would probably choose the Wet n Wild Total Cover, if they still sell that. I don't even know if they still sell that in stores. I've seen it in Dollar General. But that's like half the price at least. I mean, I want to say it's like about $5 for that foundation. It might even be less than that, but that one I really like. It has good coverage, not like crazy amazing coverage, but about like this. It has, the shade was okay, and it looked very similar to how this is looking. So it just seems like kind of a lot of money to pay for just a mediocre foundation that's not bad at all at this point, but is not just making me go crazy. So I will continue to wear this for the rest of the day, and I will put my final thoughts in the description below. And stay tuned for tomorrow because I have an exciting video tomorrow, and I have an announcement to kind of change up some of my series on my channel. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.